Hello，你好，Welcome back，欢迎回来 to Wisdom Wednesday with Johnny Tiger, May 21st, 2025. In the next few episodes, I'm going to walk you through the hierarchies and the internal workings of the Chinese underworld system. And I don't mean when I say underworld, I don't mean like gangsters and mafias. I mean the literal underworld, hell, Hades, abyss, whatever you want to call it in your language of preference. Now, before we get there, let's look at the vocabulary. Um, when you say hell or afterlife or underworld in Mandarin, it's 地狱. 地 means ground, earth, ground related. 狱 means jail or prison or sanctuary or some enclosed space, a territory. So 地狱 is underworld, hell, abyss, Hades. Um, Imagine there's like sometimes when you want to cuss at somebody, you will tell them they will 下地狱. 你会下地狱, you'll go to hell. That is a way to sort of uh, display your anger at somebody, at something evil that they've done. Now, this is a little bit of a misleading kind of a uh, way to swear at somebody. And this is something that I do want to clarify because a lot of people have this idea that hell means bad as a so as an extension, anything to do with hell is bad. Well, that is true in the Christian or Catholicism sense of the word. Hell is where you go and get punished. Hell is ruled by Satan, and Satan is bad. Okay, but when you are from the Taoism or from the Buddhism, but when you're from the Chinese religion, that is not the case. Okay, so I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea to think that hell means a bad place or you only go to hell when you get punished. You see, in Chinese religions, hell is where you go by default. Okay, no matter how good you have been in your life, hell is where you go. Um, Only the very select few get to go into nirvana or heaven or paradise to hang out with the Buddhas or the Jade Emperor and the other gods and goddesses. Those usually require you to meet a certain very specific set of circumstances. Um, and it's not just like you are a good person and you go to heaven. It's not as simple as that, like in Catholicism or Christian. Um, in the Chinese belief, hell is where you go. Okay, when you die, someone from hell will show up and take you to hell and process you through. And when you go to hell, you get judged. You sit in judgment, and depending on how good of a person you have been, how bad of a person you have been, you either reincarnate now or you reincarnate later. You have to serve your sentence in hell. Or if you have been a really evil bastard, then you won't get to reincarnate at all. You get locked away in hell. There's a different places in hell itself specifically reserved for really, really bad people, lawyers and bankers and yeah, no, okay, I had to throw that in, but um, so going to hell is not like a bad thing. Now, if you end up staying there, then that's definitely a bad thing because if you can't reincarnate, that means you've done something really awful and now you have to stay in hell and be punished every day for your sin. Not going to hell is actually a bad thing. Okay, so if for some reason when you die, your spirit leaves your body, and for some reason you're not allowed into hell, uh, and you're not welcomed into hell, or the messengers, the Green Reapers, that come to fetch you for some reason missed you, then you will be cursed to wander the earth forever as a spirit, as a ghost. And this is when the legend of the all the evil stuff happened. Demons and hungry ghosts and zombies and vampires and stuff like that. It's like most of these come from evil, angry, sad, desperate, lost spirits that were not able to get into hell or and be processed, and they end up causing trouble in the human world. Now we'll talk more about how the whole process works as we get deeper into this next few episodes. But today I want to focus on the two most instrumental characters in the Chinese underworld pantheon. These are the black ghost and the white ghost. Yeah, I know. This is not meant to be racist, okay? Like, you know, they didn't have people's race in mind when they created these. It's just like in Chinese mythology, they really like their contrast. So if there's a tall one, there's got to be a short one. If there's a white one, there's got to be a black one. If there's a fat one, there's got to be a thin one. Okay, so they usually have contrast like that. Uh, yeah. So the black ghost and the white ghost in Mandarin they're called 黑白无常, black and white uh, grim reapers basically. 无常 means unpredictable people. So these are uh, unpredictable, just like when you're going to die. Okay, they're unpredictable because you can never predict who's going to die when, where, and how. So that's why they're called 黑白无常. So they are the two Grim Reapers in Chinese mythology. Again, let me stress this point that in Western pop culture and mythology, the Grim Reapers usually get a really bad rep. You are going to die, and then you see this skeleton dude show up with a scythe in his hand and is going to reap your soul. It just sounds really evil, right? It sounds like, oh my god, so this Green Reaper is going to be the reason I die. Well, that's not how it works for 黑白无常, for our Chinese Grim Reaper. The Chinese Grim Reapers are not bad, evil, skeletal creature coming to kill you, to drag you kicking and screaming into hell. No, they actually have a book, a calendar that they study. And this calendar tells them the name of every person in the world and when this person is going to die. And it is uh, the black ghost and the white ghost, uh, or let's call them the black reaper and the white reaper. It's their job to show up exactly when this person dies to, hey, tell the spirit, hey, dude, it's okay, we're here. You just died. Let us take you to hell and uh, check you in, and you can get processed and you can reincarnate. Okay, come with us. You're safe. You're safe. You're perfectly fine. So they are more like chaperones. They are like babysitters. They are very comforting. They're here to help you to so you know where to go. Right? Like I said before, if they don't show up or if they don't get you, that's a bad thing because that means you can't get to hell. You have to stay as a spirit for the rest of eternity. Um, so the black and white reapers, they are like messengers, they are like chaperones, they are not avenging spirits of death coming to claim your soul, nothing like that. Okay, so that is the first thing that we want to understand about them, is that they are positive forces rather than negative forces. Now, that is not to say that they won't use force, okay? Just because they're nice, they're on the side of good, doesn't mean that they're pushovers, okay? The black and white Grim Reapers will drag you kicking and screaming to hell if you don't comply, okay? So why wouldn't someone comply? Let me give you an example, right? So let's say you died because someone murdered you. And so when you die, your spirit leaves your body, and then the black reaper and white reaper shows up. Hey, dude, come with us. You just died. Sorry, game over, dude. Come with us, and we will see what we can do. And then let's say you say I don't want to go. I no hell the hell was that? That guy just murdered me. I'm going to stay. I'm going to turn into an evil ghost. I want to kill his whole family. Well, in this case, then the black and white reaper will throw you in chains. They'll tie you up and just drag you to hell. Because it's not up to you. You are supposed to go with them. And so if you resist, if you don't comply, then they will use force and take you to hell to be processed. Another interesting fact about the black and white reapers is even though they work together, they always show up together. They have different jurisdictions. So the White Reaper, for example, is responsible for any spirit from a male body, and the Black Reaper is responsible for the spirit leaving a female body. I know. Nowadays we have all these LGBTQ, transgender, non-gender, non-binary, all this. So some of you might want to argue, well, what if I don't want to be male or I don't want to be female? No, sorry. Like the way this is written out is if your body is a male body, then your spirit get uh, led by the white reaper. If your spirit is leaving a female body, then it's going with the black reaper. There's no non-binary differences or any of that. It go by what body you're born with, not what you prefer to be. Okay. Um, don't yell at me. I didn't write this. That's just how the original religious text was written. So okay, some of you that's more like a uh, modern minded with your critical thinking, probably going to wonder, wait a second. So there's only two of them, the White Reaper, Black Reaper, right? But every minute, every second, there's multiple people dying all over the world. How does this work? So how are they able to be in multiple places at the same time? Well, there's two schools of thought. Okay, on this one, there's two schools of thought. The first school of thought is these are very powerful messengers from the underworld. They are very powerful uh, chaperones and guards from the underworld. So if they can be multiple places at once, that is not too surprising. I mean, after all, Buddha can be in multiple places at once. Jade Emperor can appear in like multiple bodies, multiple timelines at one time. Uh, a lot of other gods and goddesses can do that. So it's not surprising if the black and white Reaper can also do that. But if you want a more practical, more realistic explanation, is that some people have said that, well, maybe the black and white Reaper, they're not two individuals. Maybe that those are just job titles. So maybe there's like 10 million black Reapers, and maybe there's 10 million white Reapers working uh, for the underworld, like postal workers at all time. That would probably explain that. Okay, so depending on what you believe in, uh, it's whether they are so powerful they can be in multiple places multiple times at the same time, or there's just a lot of them. It's up to you. So what do they look like? Well, some of you, if you have been to the Taoist temple, if you've seen the like Jade Emperor and those guys, you might have come across this too, because especially if you see the king of the underworld, uh, this too is usually hanging around. Um, Black Reaper obviously dresses in black. It's a short, black skinned, black outfit, ghost, short and very fat, and he's he has a word tattooed on his face, and those words says, "I am looking for you," or "I'm looking out for you," depending on how you want to translate the original text. The White Reaper is tall and skinny, and is got pale white skin, dressed in white clothes, and its most disturbing feature is his tongue is lolling out of his mouth. He has a really long, grotesque tongue that just like falling out of his mouth. Right? And on his face, he also has word tattooed there, and the word tattooed there says, "You are finally here." Okay, so it's kind of interesting that those two would have those words tattooed on their faces. Um, and today I'm going to tell you their origin, of the Black Reaper, the White Reaper, the original Black Reaper and the original White Reaper. Who were they? Because supposedly they started out as living, real human beings and became the Grim Reapers after they died. When they were still human, Fan Wuzhou, the Black Reaper, and Xie Bian, the White Reaper, they were best friend, best of best friend, and they both worked for one of the magistrates of the town they lived in. So they were both basically policemen. If we want to make it more understandable, they were policemen in ancient China. They were basically guards and guardsmen, message couriers. They did all kind of stuff, um, arrest criminals and deliver important documents for the magistrate, stuff like that. Okay, so they were best buddies. They worked together as policemen. One day, Fan Wuzhou and Xie Bian were sent by the magistrate to go deliver a very important document to the neighboring province. So they set out on foot with the document in their keeping. About halfway there, just as they came upon a river and they were about to cross the bridge, Xie Bian suddenly smacked himself on the head and said, "Oh crap!" And Fan Wuzhou, the Black Reaper, said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened? What happened? What's wrong?" And Xie Bian said, "Oh no! Oh, I hate to tell you this, but I was in such a hurry to leave. I forgot to asked the magistrate to put his seal on the document. And Fan Wuzhou said, "Well, I mean, it's from him, so is it important to have his seal? Like, wouldn't the magistrate from the province we're going, wouldn't they know? And Shebian said, no, dude. Every important document need to have the official seal. Otherwise, it can be forged. We can be arrested if we show up with an official document that doesn't have the proper seal on it. Oh, and Fan Wuzhou said, oh my god, like, are we, so what are we going to do? We need to walk all the way back? We've been walking for 6 hours. Come on. My short little legs can't take this. And Xiaobian said, well, it's really my fault. Because I was the one that forgot to ask the magistrate to put his seal on it. So tell you what, why don't you wait right here, and don't get lost, don't wander around, just wait right here, and I'll run back. I'm a very good runner. I have I'm tall, I'm lean, I have really long legs. Because remember when I said Shibian is a White Reaper, the White Reaper is a tall, skinny one. So I'm very tall. I have long legs. I run really fast, right? So if I really work at it, I should be able to get there and back in 3 hours. Okay. So wait here, wait right here. Don't go anywhere. I'll go get the magistrate seal on the document, and we are good to go. And Fan Wuzhou, the Black Reaper, said, sure, buddy. Okay, cool. I give you my word. I'll wait right here for you. I won't move an inch. I'll wait right here by the bridge. And so Shebian set off in a dead run back towards the town to get the magistrate to put the seal on the document. And Fan Wuzhou, true to his word, just parked himself right by the bridge, didn't move an inch, just stood right there like a stone statue. But about an hour later, suddenly there was a thunderstorm. The cloud darkened the sky, the wind picked up, and the rain came down like there was a hole torn into the sky. And the rain came down so hard that the river flooded. Like the uh, regular calm river rose so much that the water started to come over the embankment. But because Fan Wuzhou uh, promised Xie Bian that he wouldn't move an inch. Remember, he said, I'll wait for you right here. I won't move an inch. So Fan Wuzhou waited right there by the bridge, didn't budge an inch, even when the water was so deep that it went over his head. Remember, he's a short and fat guy. He's not very tall. So even when the water went over his head and he drowned, he did not move from his post. Yeah, okay, like I understand the value of keeping your word, but that's just a little bit ridiculous. Well, anyway, so a few hours later, Xie Bian finally returned with a document with a proper seal on it, and he saw that there's no trace of the bridge to be found. Everything was underwater, and then he saw the body of his best friend floating face down on the water, and he realized that Fan Wuzhou has drowned, waiting for him. And because Xie Bian was the one that forgot to get the official seal in the first place, he felt so bad. He felt responsible for the death of his best friend. He went to the nearby tree and hung himself and committed suicide. This is why the White Reaper Xie Bian has his tongue sticking out, right? If any of you seen this before, people who hang themselves, quite often the tongue will come out of the mouth, and it looks really scary. So that is why the White Reaper looks like that, because he committed suicide by hanging himself, because he felt so bad that his friend died because of him. Now let me just pause this for a second and say, like, this is like not fair, not a fair assessment. Like, if my friend is so dumb that the water is coming over the embankment and he doesn't know to run or go to a higher ground because he thinks he promised me he has to stand right there, so he stand right there and get drowned. Honestly, I wouldn't feel that all that responsible about it. I was like, yeah, dude, why didn't you move? Damn it! Like, yeah. So anyway, so Fan Wujiu, the Black Reaper, drowned because he was keeping true to his word, and Xie Bian, the White Reaper, hung himself and committed suicide because he felt bad that his friend died. And both of them ended up in the underworld. Like I said, everyone go to the underworld. So they went to the underworld, got processed through, and set in judgment. And Yan Wang, the king of the underworld, said to them, I know that when you were alive, you were both extremely good at your job. You were good at delivering letters. You were good at bringing in criminals. You're good at hunting down criminals. You were two of the best guardsmen around, and you died because of your friendship. That's really, really touching. So I am going to have you guys work for me. Rather than reincarnating, you two will become the black ghost and the white ghost, and you will forever be what you are good at. You will be the guardsman, the policeman of the underworld. Your job will be to go out there and escort spirit back here so they can be judged and processed. So that is the origin of our black and white ghost, our black and white reaper, uh, our black ghost Fan Wujiu, and our white ghost Xie Bian. Now, before we finish today's episode, there is something really, really cool about their name. Um, Fan Wujiu, the black reaper, his name, Fan means is from 犯罪, committing a crime, 犯罪. 无救 means cannot be saved, cannot escape. So 犯无救, his name basically means if you are a bad person, if you commit a crime, you will not escape me. You will not escape. There will be no mercy. Uh, and then the white ghost, 谢必安, his name means the 谢 means it comes from 谢谢, 感谢 means uh, to be thankful, thank you, gratitude. Uh, 必安 means safety, um, prosperity. So 谢必安, the White Reaper's name. 谢必安 means as long as you have gratitude in your mind, in your heart, as long as you're thankful, then you will be safe. You will live a good life. So the Black Reaper, 范无救, his name's if you commit a crime, if you're a bad person, then sorry, there's no mercy, no escape for you. And the White Reaper, 谢必安, means as long as you have a thankful heart, you have gratitude in your heart, everything will be okay. Now, isn't that really cool? I think so. Anyway, thank you for checking out today's episode, and I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully, for some more Toy Thursday goodies. For now, 谢谢 and 再见。